You just have to be willing to put yourself out there. And once you do, the magic will begin to happen. I'm happy to use my life as an example so that others can learn. You may have to let some things go before you become successful. Success looks different on everybody, and so does the process. Some of you want success but don't want to let go of the exact thing that's in your way of obtaining success. You can't have it both ways. Welcome to Living Your Truth with Tavares. Wow, thank you. I am living in my blessing. Thank you so much. This is great. Wow. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. What's up to everybody up top? What's up to everybody in the middle? And what's up to everybody down here around me? Happy New Year, man. We back in action. 2025 looking live. Y'all know what it is. This is still an inclusive and safe space, okay? Today we're going to be talking about navigating tough times. How many of y'all right now are navigating tough times? You can't see me, but my hand's up. See, tough times are a part of life, but how we show up to them, that part can be easy. I'm going through some tough times, and sometimes I just have to take a step back, reflect, maybe do nothing at all, maybe just sit there. And then, of course, give myself space to move forward, right? Navigating tough times is up to you. No one else should be telling you how to navigate tough times. They can share their story, they can share their experience, but none of us should be telling anyone how to navigate their tough times. We have a lot of friends like that, right? We have friends that are very proactive. They're like, man, you should do it like this. This is how I did it, and it worked for me. Now, it may not always work for everybody because there is no one size fits all, okay? So when it comes to navigating the tough times, also believe in yourself. I believe the children are the future. That's right. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Okay. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. All right? Now, navigating tough times, you can put on your shield. I call it armor, right? Because navigating tough times can also trigger us. And we all know that we can be triggered by a multitude of things. I know I have been. Since I've been doing the self work, I've been able to mitigate my reactions to said triggers. Navigating the tough times also helps to create who we are. And a lot of the time, if not all the time, that we are in the thick of the thing, we're so close we don't even realize it. And we're imploding and self-sabotaging and imploding over and over and over and over. Simply because the tough time, we're allowing it to get the best of us. I want y'all to tell somebody right now, Tavares is on, and Living Your Truth with Tavares is lit, because we're going there this season. Navigating tough times, it builds character. Yes, I said it. It builds character. You may not believe that, and that's okay. And if you do believe it, that's okay too. See, navigating tough times, you may have to call on your friends too. Your family, your significant other, your higher power. Maybe it's a book that you read. Maybe it's someone that you follow. See, navigating tough times, though, let me tell you something. It's a one-on-one job. That's it. I mean, you could have consultants and friends and family and people giving you their opinions or their advice, but the reality is that you're going to do what you want to do based on you. So trust yourself to navigate the tough times. Trust yourself to navigate, and then trust yourself with those tough times. Tough times also builds resilience. Navigating tough times strengthens your ability to bounce back from adversity. When faced with challenges, you develop mental and emotional tools needed to persevere. Even when the odds seem stacked against you, I have been there. And let me tell you something, resilience. Resilience isn't built overnight. No, it's not. It's shaped by how you respond to difficulties, learning to adapt, and finding solutions. Over time, these experiences make you stronger, more capable of handling any future obstacles at any given time. Goes back to staying ready so you don't have to get ready, right? When you couple that with the ability to navigate unexpected experiences, well, you are definitely going to learn not only how to get stronger, but you're going to get better as you navigate these tough times because now you have the experience. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We are back 2025, look alive. Today we're talking about navigating tough times. Tough times, sometimes they ugly, pressurized, they hurt. They put us into emotional states we never thought we would meet. They may even turn us into different versions of ourselves that we don't even recognize. Some of us implode around tough times. I can talk about this. I have imploded around tough times. I have found myself so stressed out simply because I internalized it as such. I could have did better, should have did better, but I didn't know how to do better. So I had to go through the experience, right? That was the only way to learn. Hello. Had to go through it. Some of y'all out there, including me, some of us out there we don't want to go through it. That may be a part of your growth. No, you're not having a string of bad luck. You're the common denominator. Why is it happening to you? Newsflash, it's not just happening to you, it's happening to many people around the world. It's a vibration, it's a shift, it's a frequency. If you're tired of these things happening to you, I'm doing air quotes right there, by the way. Happening to you, maybe change how you're looking at it. Because I said before, everything we go through, good, bad, and different, in the dark or in the light, contributes to who we eventually, well, not eventually, I will say who we continue to aspire to be, because there is no finish line when it comes to evolution. You are forever changing. Some people get stuck in a day in time and they just say, you know what, I'm good right here, and they stay right there. Now, that's cool if that's your cup of tea. No problem there, no judgment. This is an inclusive space. But when it comes to navigating these tough times, man, I know for myself, coming from a single mom, raised 4 kids, all we knew was tough times. And she busted her ass to give us any sense of normalcy. But here's the thing, what is normalcy? Even back then, what was it? In the mid 70s, what was it? In the early 80s, what was it? I mean, I knew what it looked like on TV, watching like Leave It to Beaver and Silver Spoons, but that didn't reflect my life. So as we navigated tough times as young Black kids, I could tell you this. If it wasn't for those times, I wouldn't be right here. Living Your Truth with Tavares would not exist. It exists because my mother's my hero. That's why it exists. It exists because all the resilience, all the resourcefulness I got from her, myself and my 3 sisters. So when it comes to navigating the tough times, and you know, we may want to give in, we may want to throw the towel in, but please be mindful. The time that you're going through that is tough may be necessary. And because we're so close to it, we look at it as bad luck. Man, why is this happening to me? This sucks. Oh my God, my life sucks. Change the language, remove the label. Once we put a label on it, now we give it some identity, we give it life. Shift that. Navigating the tough times does not mean that the world is coming down on you. And it does not mean that it's okay for you to stress somebody else out or to implode so much that it affects those around you, and especially those that you love. I've been there too. So let's manage our response and not so much the reaction, because if we respond, then we pretty much put the reaction to bed. Navigating tough times isn't always a bad thing, especially if you're willing to show up to it. Show up to it, meet it where it's at. Don't let that tough time meet you where you at, because I tell you, if you do that, oh, it's gonna get the upper hand. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We will be right back. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. How is everyone doing? Thank you so much again for being back with me in 2025. I know the end of 2024, I was a little spotty, like bad detergent on a white shirt. I was a little spotty, and I get that. And thank you. Thank you for just being kind enough to just stick with me and just to be here. And now we're here, and today we're talking about navigating tough times, because I know a lot of us may or may not be going through some tough times. I know the holidays have a way with kicking that stuff up, don't they? Exes coming around, music being played, you're being reminded of all the good times and the bad. And so, while navigating tough times, well, there's a few things that a few things that do happen in our favor. We get to build resilience. That's a great thing about navigating tough times. And a lot of us don't really realize that. We do later after we've come out of it, right? Navigating tough times strengthen your ability to bounce back from adversity. Remember that. All right. We develop mental and emotional tools needed to persevere, even when the odds are stacked against us. I mentioned this before, so remember that. I like that right there. Okay. Clarifying priorities is another nice characteristic of navigating tough times, because tough times often force you to evaluate what's truly matters in your life. I've been there, man, and that's exactly the type of clarity that it does provide. In moments of difficulty, you may realize that certain goals, relationships, activities carry more importance than others. I've been there, right? Things are a little bit more heavier when they're not clear. The clarifying helps us to focus our energy, okay, on what aligns with our values. And it lets go of distractions that don't serve us or our purpose. It's important that we identify with that. This is the help of clarity. All right. Navigate the tough times, give yourself the grace, show yourself the patience to step back and to just give it a moment. Okay. By clarifying your priorities, you can approach life with more intention, excuse me. More intentionality is the correct way to say that. And the tough times have a way of stripping away the superficial concerns, leaving you with a clearer vision of what brings you happiness and fulfillment. When we emerge from these challenges, we'll likely have a deeper understanding of how to invest our time and energy moving forward. I mentioned this before we went to break. Time management, energy management, shoot, managing expectations. I mean, all of it, right? Because tough times, look, we never know when a tough time is coming. Tough time come out of nowhere, like a car accident, right? We just never know. We just never know. Tough times also depend on who you navigate the tough time with, given you're not solo on this journey, right? It'll strengthen a relationship. You ever go through something with somebody? Something bad, traumatic, ugly, maybe a fire, maybe a car accident, maybe an earthquake, and y'all just happen to get closer and tighter? Mm-hmm. That's because difficult situations often reveal the strength and depth of your character and the relationship. During tough times, you learn. You learn who's truly there to support you, who's going to offer empathy, encouragement, and someone just to listen, right? A sounding board. See, these moments of connection can deepen bonds with friends, family, loved ones, even strengthening the foundation of your relationship even tenfold, all because you guys share this event. Trauma has a way of doing that, right? Even beautiful, great times, pregnancies, parties, celebrations of life, all of it, right? Similarly, tough times teach you the importance of learning, leaning on others, and offering support in return. They remind us that you don't have to navigate life alone. You can ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength, okay? Shared experiences of overcoming hardship together, man, it builds trust and creates lasting memories. Perseverance creates unity. And some of us don't get that because we're so focused on the tough thing. Take a step back, let it breathe a little bit. Hey, that tough thing, it's gonna be there when you come back. So show yourself that grace. Be patient with yourself because this is Living Your Truth with Tavares, and we will be right back. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am him. Today we're talking about navigating tough times and how worth it is to come out the other side. And I get it. Some of us don't want to deal with it. We just don't. We're overwhelmed. We've been there. We've done that. And we're just sick and tired of struggling through the tough times. Hey, I'm just saying, learn from it if you can, right? Challenging times provide an opportunity to reflect on your inner strengths. Navigating tough times also fosters self awareness. They push you to evaluate how you handle stress, what coping mechanism you rely on, and what areas of life you need to grow in. The self awareness can help you better understand yourself and make intentional changes to improve your well being. Moreover, tough times teach you about your values and emotional needs. Exploring how you feel during hardships, you get to identify with what gives you peace and stability. I've had to do that for sure. My experiences have led me to so many different understandings and has allowed me the luxury of reflecting and even looking at the ugly parts. But are those ugly parts as ugly as they used to be? I don't know. I don't know. See, this type of knowledge can help you establish healthy habits, boundaries, and routines to maintain balance even during future events. Navigating tough times also encourages growth and transformation. Ding, 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 ding. This is also why I love it. This is also why I love it. We get, you know, it's knowledge and it's experience, and it's all valuable. Tough times often are the catalyst for significant personal growth. I've used it many, many times. In fact, I still do. While challenges can feel overwhelming in the moment, they force you and I to step outside of our comfort zone, learn new skills, adopt new perspectives. See, this kind of growth not only helps you overcome the current struggle, but also prepares you for opportunities in the future. See, the work we do now isn't just for the now, it's for the future. See, when tough times gonna come up again, okay, they're gonna come around like the seasons do. And you wanna be prepared. You wanna be able to look at something and say, you know what, I've been here before. And this is what I did about it. This growth not only helps you overcome the current struggle, remember that, helps you in the future too. Transformation comes when you learn to embrace change and see adversity as a stepping stone rather than a barrier. And that's the truth. It took me a long time to even get there, so I'm not going to front. This is not something you just wake up and do. I mean, it might be. It might be. I know for myself, it wasn't that. I didn't have that luxury, but I wouldn't change the journey for anything. If they were like, yo, you can go through this in 2 days or you can go through this in 2 years, I'd be like, I mean, in a moment, you can be like, yeah, 2 days is cool. But think about what you would miss. Think about all the experiences you would miss. Whether it's learning patience or finding inner strength, maybe discovering a new direction in life, tough times often reveal possibilities you hadn't considered before. With each experience, you emerge stronger, wiser, more equipped to handle life's inevitable ups and downs. See, navigating the tough times, man, there are some cool things that come from it, but that's only if we're open to it. We have to be available to it because we understand this. The more we focus on the bad thing, the more we're going to be, how do you say, reminded of the bad thing. Navigating tough times doesn't have to be approached from a tough perspective. You can approach it the way that you want. Remember, you have a choice in this. Do you want to make it better or do you want to make it worse? Do you want it to be more pressurized or do you want it to be more mitigated? The choice is yours because, especially within our culture, African American, that beautiful melanin culture, we often stress out over little things. So I want you to be aware. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I love y'all. Be right back. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I'm so happy to be back with y'all. 2025, look alive. Today we're talking about navigating tough times. Now look, some of us, as I mentioned earlier, just don't want to deal. But when we do navigate tough times, we are enhancing our problem solving skills. Now, look, I know some of y'all may not think that. In fact, some of y'all may not just flat out want to hear that. You just want the problem to go away. I get it. I've been there. Tough times push us. They push us to think critically, creatively, and find solutions. When challenges arise, you often force yourself to step back, assess the situation, and figure out the best path forward. That's why I said, when something appears to be a bit too much and you don't quite understand it, and instead of stressing, and this goes for me too, we should take a step back. Why, Tavares? Because we have to give ourselves space. Space to think, space to breathe, space to assess. This process not only strengthens your problem solving skills, but it also builds confidence. Confidence in your ability to overcome obstacles, period. As you navigate difficult situations, you learn to break problems down into smaller, manageable steps. I had someone tell me this, and I said, damn, really? They said, yes, but you have to be intentional. See, over time, this ability to analyze and approach problems methodically becomes second nature, equipping us all with the tools to handle even the most complex situations. A lot of us make it worse than it actually is. We make it more complex than it already is. It needs no help being worse. It just needs our perspective. And at that, we have control. These skills are invaluable, by the way, both personal and professional. We learn to like we learn to adapt to challenges with grace and determination. See, sometimes, and again, this can be difficult, but this is the excitement that comes with navigating tough times. I've lived enough to see, wow, there is something that comes from this. It just isn't the low level vibration. It just isn't the stress. There's a whole lot else that is there if we are available to it. We have to be available to it. What does that mean, Tavares? That means no judgment. That means you listen completely with your ears and your heart and your mind. You allow it to, come within you. You allow it to at least land, right? And then you can assess. And then you can say, okay, does this serve me? Does this not serve me? But when the tough time comes in, I get it. You don't want to deal. I don't want to deal either. But then there comes a moment where you're like, okay, I have to handle this. I have to handle this. What is the next step? Hey, this is when you can get old school with it. Break out a pen, break out some paper, and write that thing down. And if you're more with the tech, open up your iPhone and go to that notes app and speak to text and write that thing or speak that thing down. Navigating tough times is going to help you become who you want to be. Trust me on this. It will. But a lot of us want to run away from that. We don't want that to happen to us. We just want to be good where we are at. Newsflash: life evolves, you evolve. And if you don't, you become a fossil, but life still goes on. So continue to be intentional about your personal growth. Continue to be, at one with yourself. No need to shape shift and think that you got to be someone else. Just be you. It's very simple. Just be you. And in being you, hey, sometimes it's going to be hard to be you. It's not always going to be easy to be you. Not all the time. Not all the time. Those tough times, we grow from that. And it helps us to also discover like inner strength, right? There's a whole lot more inner strength. One of the most rewarding aspects of navigating tough times is discovering how strong you truly are. Yes, sir. I learned a lot about myself navigating tough times. And it was ugly sometimes. I mean, it was just oogly. Okay, it was dark. It was hot. It was sweaty. It was clammy. It was detox. Tough times. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Living Your Truth with Tavares. Thank you for being here again. Today we're talking about navigating tough times and all the beauty that comes with it. I mean, there's some ugly that comes with it too, but you know, look, if there was no light, we'd only have dark, and that'd be a bit mundane to only appreciate the dark. So you got light, you got dark, you got left, you got right. There's always going to be a balance to life. That's always going to be. And sometimes that balance may get out of balance. And so a shift happens. And sometimes during that shift, we all feel it, right? Yeah. But that shift has to happen because the shift helps to move progress forward. It helps to move evolution forward. Okay. Discovering your inner strength is also, again, a byproduct of navigating tough times. Adversity often reveals, you know, character, courage, determination, resilience. All right. Perhaps you may not have realized that you possess that. When faced with difficult situations, you have the opportunity to prove to yourself in that moment that you can endure and grow strong and stronger through the process. Some people just fold. Situation gets hectic, they fold up, they freeze, they don't know what to do. So thank God for the people who are willing to fight or flee to save. I mean, if you freeze, and hey, you freeze. It's okay. Don't make you a bad person. It just means that you froze. That's it. That's it. The inner strength becomes a source of pride during these times, these tough times. Okay, it's full of empowerment, opportunity, good juju. Reminding you of how your ability to face life's challenges head on can really help you to shape who you want to become. And not just you, you get to share that with your friends. If you have children, you get to share that with them through stories, through experience. When faced with a difficult time, remember you have the opportunity to prove to yourself that you can endure and overcome and grow. It can serve as a powerful motivator, encouraging you, those you love, on how to take on new opportunities and face future hardships with greater confidence. Man, there was a time and day where I couldn't even face to navigate tough times because that's all I saw. It's all I felt. I always thought I just had a run of bad luck. Like, damn, this again, damn, this again. Oh, wait, that too? Yeah, I thought I was like somebody had a target on me, like, let's mess with this dude. But it took a while. So to those who are going through a tough time right now, breathe. Take a step back and just breathe. You don't want to make it worse than it is, right? This is why I say take a step back, breathe. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever that is. You are worth that. No need to stress on it. The thing ain't going nowhere. Okay? So I just wanted to highlight that real quick. Also, tough times, it allows us and reminds us to appreciate life's small joys. Shoot, a run on a sunny day is life's small joy. Could be one of life's small joys. Tough times often make you more aware of life's simple blessings. When you're struggling, small moments of kindness, beauty, or peace, right, can take you on a deeper meaning. These experiences help you to what? Cultivate gratitude. That's right. For the things you may have taken for granted, such as supportive relationships, health, or even a quiet moment of reflection. That's me. I love the quiet moments of reflection. I like to look at even my day. Did I show up the way that I intended? You know what I mean? Was I effective in a healthy way? The heightened sense of gratitude can improve your overall perspective, shifting your focus from what's wrong to what's still going right. A lot of it is just that. We got to shift our perspective. We got to realize that where we are is not going to be where we end up. We just passing through, baby. We just passing through. By learning to appreciate the small joys in life, we develop a sense of hope, optimism, even in the face of hardship. The outlook can sustain through difficult times and make life's good moments even more meaningful and more beautiful and just, more vibey. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Living Your Truth with Tavares. How y'all doing? Thank you so much again for tuning in from all around the world. Thank you guys. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for embracing me. Thank you for allowing me to be with you in this space that we continue to cultivate through love, transparency, empowerment, vulnerability, right? Today we talked about navigating tough times. Navigating tough times does a few solids for us. It builds resilience, clarifies priorities, right? Strengthens relationships, fosters self-awareness. That's important right there. I mean, they're all important, but that's a very I like that one a lot. It highlights, I like them all, but you get what I'm saying. It also helps to encourage growth and transformation, enhances problem-solving skills, discovers inner strength. Even appreciating life's small joys is always a part of that continuum. The tough times are there for a reason. If everything was all good, life would be very mundane, it'd be very boring. We would have no sense of excitement and thrill. So when it comes to navigating the tough times, again, show yourself grace, be patient with yourself because this is a part of your journey. It's not always going to be good. It's going to be a little turbulent. Okay? It may get a little rocky. That's okay. Slap on that all-wheel drive and get through it. See, as we go through the hard thing, we get to come out the other side, and guess what we get to do? We get to tell the story of survival. We get to inspire someone else's journey through our storytelling. That's another reason why I'm able to just be so transparent with you all, because every time I tell my story, I give myself more empowerment. But I also get to understand myself even more in that vulnerable space. So great job at navigating the tough times. And a great job for recognizing that it is a tough time, because at least you were aware and at least you were able to identify the tough times. Now, let's do something about it. If you want to say hello, send me an email. What up, though? Email me at livingyourtruthpodcast@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, also at Living Your Truth Podcast. Thank you guys. Thank you for supporting myself. Thank you for supporting the Living Your Truth with Tavares staff and team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In the meantime, love each other, love yourself, strive to be the better version every opportunity that you get.